Good morning, everyone. Yeah. Today we have arranged this study cycle meeting. We call it as Yagna events. It's our honor to have our chairman and vice chairman of our initiative HCAS here. Yeah. And this is about a very, very important thing like which everyone should educate ourselves. That is nothing but closing of the financials because we are heading towards closing the financials. Generally, what we do is we do the post-mortem of the accounts. Auditor is a watchdog but not a blood one. This is the saying we use. But the scenarios are being changed. We should do or help the client where they are lacking, where we have to guide. After closing everything, if we go and identify these are the issues that we identified, the scenario is changing now. What is the use of identifying the mistakes of your own clients? Ultimately, who are taking the risk for the financials? We professionals as chartered accountants or company secretaries, we are taking the risk by signing the financials because finally we are doing the attestation of the financials. So what we thought is instead of keeping this session after the financial year ending, let's awaken our professionals by introducing the concepts, what are being changed, what cautions we have to take. We circulate the list of things we should take care before closing the financials, before the year ending. Because if we do any mistake in these financials or in the taxation, the impact will be there in the next year also. Even though the GST department is giving us the scope to rectify your issues before September of the next year. But being listed company, many financials are being closed in the month of May itself. So let's clear everything before March or before closing the financials. Then we can help our client and as well as our own self. So here this is the main motto of this session. So here we are having two speakers. One is my friend CM Prashanti. She is expert in closing the financials. So I tried many people for this session, but I couldn't find any time. Then I took the advantage of friendship and dragged her inside the session that you have to take care of this. Actually, till now we conducted many sessions in Patsy, now FDCCI. But again, our own staff is said, why madam, we are having this much beautiful office with the infrastructure to accommodate till 30. So instead of going to Fancy, why can't we conduct the session in our own office? So we thought, let's try this. And fortunately, we could get a guest, chairman and vice chairman also. And one more guest I should speak about Nagaraj. He is from Tanzania. He is the vice member of HCAS. Fortunately, he arrived today only. So he will give his opinion about HCAS and how we could use this HCAS service along with the ICA and what he is doing in abroad, why he is in abroad and all. He will also give just a brief. Be prepared for that. I request Prashanti Garu to take the session.
Thank you so much, Lakshmi. And I don't want to discuss about all Companies Act provisions because every chartered accountant knows what are the provisions, what are the share capital we have to recognize, what we have to verify in share capital. I want to discuss the points, how easy we have to close the financial statements. That is the first point. Even fresh articles, when we come to our office, they can prepare on draft financials for us, very easy to task, without missing any point. Now come. After 31st March, generally what I adopted, I asked all my clients by April 30, try to close your financials, whatever existing financials, except some provisions, ask the trial balances. Please provide your trial balance. I generate trial balance along with groups. Everyone, any another software except Tally? Your clients using some other software, SAP, Focus, Oracle, Zoho Books. Yeah, Zoho Books also generated trial balance along with groups, right? Zoho Books is also there. Because Zoho Books looks like similar, not SAP, similar Focus and SAP it looks like. And when Zoho Books, you have all the attachments is also there very easily. That is one part. Okay, my part is first I generated trial balance of the client and remove the groups. This is the 10 steps majorly I follow. We initiate our article students last year see the last year financial statements, change the financial statements to the current year, make a format. Is it following by everyone? First we ask our students. Last year there is a finance statements. Before starting, change the format of finance statements to the current year. That is the first steps we are following. Is it okay? Yeah. So after getting the tally or Zoho, whatever trial balance, first generate the trial balance. Without is it the correct or wrong is secondary. Don't think. Generate the trial balance first. Remove the groups. When you have groups, our students' mind is stick on that. Of course, if any chartered account, they are doing the financial statements themselves, that's okay. Stick on that, okay, this is under this group. Is the right group or not? What I am doing, first remove all the groups, match the trial balance without grouping. That is the first step. And second step, I am doing first line item wise P&L. This is the subgrouping. For example, issued and paid capital. In finance statement, which group it is going? Take this example of 10 crore equity shares of rupees 100 each. In finance statements, where it is appearing, the wording, what is there? 10 crores equity share capital. So I just copy this, whatever here, I just copy this names, this grouping names to the trial balance. Nothing, I didn't do anything. Just whatever the ledgers are there, under which group it is coming, initially I identified. Okay. So automatically each line item, when I check which line item it is taken, we have to review first step. And second step, and which group it is coming. So in the first year we have a doubt. In the first year when we analyze these points, we may stress each line item we have to review, it takes time. How could we do? It takes, for example, see this balance sheet is around, 909 line items. How could they, is it easy to check each line item? It is very difficult. So, before closing financial years, last year when we asked the article students make a format, we informed the article students, make the format like this. What I am doing. First I ask the format, so check in which group it is there. Just to copy the group here. You don't think anything else. Last year, for example, last year 22-23, you just copy last year under which group it is coming. That just copied. And in subsequent year 23-24, when we generate trial balance, use VLOOKUP. Paste whatever the notes. Previous trial balance already it is there with us only. We already have, for example, take 21, it is already fixed. In your balance sheet, it's a groups 21. It's a 21, you can take 23 trial balance, you are with only trial balance, don't see anything. You just ask the students, just copy paste of this head of item. Under which group it is coming. Like, take the share capital. Issued and subscribed share capital. Under which group it is coming? No, that is main group, subgroup. 10 crores equity share capital. Just this group it is coming. Nothing else. For article students, fresh articles, is it required to think anything? Nothing. They just copied this place to their own. They can do it. Meanwhile, 21 balance sheet is, 23 balance sheet is freeze. Now coming to 24 balance sheet. Because it is already done, it is freeze, nothing to worry. 24 balance sheet, we just take the trial balance from the team. We ask the students, generate trial balance. Even either students or yourself, chartered accountants, if they are doing themselves, just to generate trial balance with the groups first and remove the groups names. Only ledgers is appeared without any groups names. Now we are using the formula VLOOKUP here. With the ledger names. In first we use this formula, later we can drag that formula till end of the trial balance. So whatever the previous ledgers are there, automatically the group is coming. Now make a filter here. Here, NA, which new ledgers are there? It is appearing like this. What clients create new ledger? Immediately we can track that ledgers. What are the new ledgers? Why they are posting? Is it by mistake link due to spelling mistakes? Some clients they are posting building is there, again they are posting buildings. So immediately we can identify like this. So many items are rent, rates and taxes. One ledger rent, there is no comma, little bit comma, space. Or else rent. Is there any duplication of ledgers? We can identify immediately. And if there is any new ledger is created, we can ask the reasons why they are creating new ledger. What is the nature of expenditure? What is the nature of transactions? At the same time, grouping of, if they are under the grouping of vendors, new vendors are there. Easily we can identify these are all the new vendors that created. What is the purpose of creating new vendors? Any transactions are going on. Like customers, how many customers are increasing compared to previous year? How many customers are increasing this year? We can identify this. Once it is done, the first point GST reconciliation, TDS reconciliation, PF, PT. These are all regular works everyone is doing. It's a normal type of work. So we allotted these works our team. They are completed the works. We can make a formats for that also. For me, I give one formats to them. They may have their intelligence. Even for TDS reconciliations also, I give one format. In that format, they are giving the customer name and they have to give the head of account. Under which head of account it is there. And in financial statements, we are going to send all some of the group of items under one group. We have to identify under which group, subgroup not group, in which subgroup these financial statements are appear. For example, take professional. This is the ledger of the books. This is the subgrouping appearing in our financial statements. So while they calculating trial balance, they are checking under which group it is appearing. Based on that, for example, take this one. Take the labor charges here. Okay. In labor charges, there may be 3-4 units or 3-4 nature of labor charges, 3-4 head of accounts. But here labor charges is 1.6 lakhs. It is last year it is 1.6 lakhs easily appearing. In TDS reconciliation for labor charges, if it is taking manpower expenses, different manpower expenses. In TDS, they are mentioned what is the head of account. We just check the total of what appearing here, 1.6 lakhs. In TDS, it is appearing only 70 lakhs. What about balance amount? Immediately we can identify. Even after finalization, the problem where it is appearing after finalization, if there is any missing, we can't able to identify. We can identify this one after getting notice. Not liking this, after closing the financial statement, again you can cross check. You can ask the team, what is the total balance appearing here? What is the balance appearing here? What is the difference? Why the TDS is not appearing? If our team already prepared that one, this amount is not exceeding 30,000. This amount is not exceeding overall 1 lakh. TDS is not applicable. Section 194C. That group we can cross. These two, when you cross check these two, this amount should be matched. So these are all work done by team only. If anyone doing their own, that is also different because I am also doing this thing. This is the first step. And this, once this trial balance freeze like this, again you don't need to prepare any trial balance. Then what about clients changing? We again next time we generate trial balance without ledger, without grouping. Generate trial balance by ledger names. It is available in Zoho. Is it available? Trial balance generate without grouping. Tally it is available, no doubt. Tally, SAP, it's available. I know that. Trial balance only ledgers. Is it appearing or not? Anyone? No, na. Because our clients send minimum 5-6 trial balance. Madam, there is a change. We pass another entry. There is a change. We pass another entry. Please update this one. Like this. We change one area, another area. We are confusing. It takes some time to match balance sheet again. Okay. So if anyone can't able to understand, please let me know. I'll clarify it again. When you enter in trial balance, ledger-wise trial balance will appear. The second trial balance is generating like this. First trial balance group-wise we are generating, remove the groups, keep the ledgers only. Second trial balance we are generating like this. We just export the trial balance. Okay. After the exporting the trial balance, here at the end of the column, generally I copied the trial balance here and keep again using VLOOKUP here. I use VLOOKUP with the comparing with the ledger names. Figures, debit and credit. So minus of these two figures, minus or plus of these two figures, generally minus only, not plus. What are the differences there? We identify immediately. We know that ledger why they are passing, we adjust that one immediately. If we don't know that why they are passing, we raise the question why these entries are passing, if there is any wrong entries. Because at the end moment, we don't have a time why they are passing, nothing. Just we copied here. Okay, what they are passing without missing, we can check here. Generally, 30th September, we are filing at 8 o'clock, client calls sometimes. This entry is missing, we pass here. Anyone is facing this? I faced a lot. I faced number of times. They called me, ma'am, this entry is missing. Just now we got this information. Sir told me I passed this entry. So this interacted either GST, TDS, something else. We don't know what they are passed. We don't have time for that. Just export here. We look up. It takes only maximum 5 minutes. Maximum 5 minutes. We cross check and again take a filter. Where is the debit balance has difference, credit balances are difference. Immediately. If we know that clarity, that entry, we just incorporate that amounts here. Latest. If you have a confused again, set the why you are passing this entry, what are the issues, how it impacts immediately.
We have to do here
Which
individual line items versus
individual line items of original first trial balance. That is all. That is not original trial balance. First trial balance. Okay. And the second one is again you are generating ledger trial balance. Second trial balance onwards, not full trial balance, only ledger wise trial balance. If you generate group wise, again you have to delete group wise number of times. Again it's a confusion. So instead of this one, you can generate trial balance ledger wise. That is very easy. Okay. And our work is also, no, we are doing audits because so many clients we are doing audits. Some of the clients we do financial statements. Here we are doing audit. We can ask the students. This is not required. You know every group item, every line item. You can, if 3 students are handling the ledger scrutiny, if there is any possibility, you just divide the group wise. These groups you can handle, these groups you can handle, check it. For example, take vendors payable, 1 student you can check. If there is possibility, or else 1 student can check. Okay. For example, here all the ledgers are freezed. Okay. Don't think is the debit balance or credit balance, nothing else. Under which group it is coming, you just put that one. Later take this one, juice. It is already fixed, that's why. Only juice, under which group it is coming as per our tally. Juice to micro, small, and juice to, you don't know which one. Is it MSME is available or not? You don't know. Nothing we don't know. Last year it is available, it is coming. Current year you don't know the status. New vendors will come. You just, whatever you can just write. Please. Okay. Juice to micro, small and medium enterprises. You just write that word. Under which group? You just go through debit balances and credit balance. If any debit balance is available, you just put here the filter, take the debit balances which are available there. Okay, pick out all the items. Side. What are the debit balances are available? Why these debit balances will come? Is it advance from customers? Or is there any missing invoices? There are 2 chances. One, it may be advance from customers. Another one is there is a chances of missing invoices. Okay. In some of the auditors, I found that one, they are irrespective of checking, they are just credit minus debit. Goes to vendor balance. That is no doubt it's a wrong grouping. There is an advance from customers, we have to show it separate group. Right? Shall we adjust that advance from customers? So, advance from customers to the vendor's balance? Shall we adjust advance from customers to the vendor balance? No. So when it is a debit balance, immediately we can check, is it the vendor balance or advance from customers? Okay. Somewhere we can identify the name, because we look up last year we are copied. The name is debtors item. We already knows that one. Debtors item, the grouping is there only. So okay, it is wrongly it is coming. It is an advance from customers. Immediately we change the group here, advance from customers. And also we can check, after checking that advance from customers, the balance vendors are there which are showing debit balances. Then we can raise a question to the customers. These are all showing debit balance. What are the reasons? They can recheck if there is any missing entries. They can post again. We don't take that headache. You just send a mail to them. Sir, these vendors from customers are showing debit balances. Just pick up all those items. Once it is done, you can recognize all the dues to vendors. Just to copy these items, dues to vendors, name of the vendors, just copy these items, send to your customers. Give MSME number. Is it MSME is available? Yes or no? Because we can't check every item is available or not. Now this year, 43BH is introduced. How could auditor is identified? If you're not reporting in tax or reporting this one, penalty is penalized by to the auditors only. How could we recognize well the vendor having MSME or not? We don't have such a time to audit. Our clients is very intelligent. They are coming before 2 days only. Okay. So actually what happened in the month of April, I sent some checklist to all the clients. Vendors confirmations, customers confirmations, MSME. Okay. We ask the clients, please check MSME. Just put MSME. Yes or no. If it is yes, please provide the MSME number. Don't delay yes or no. Ask MSME numbers. Once we get the MSME numbers, we can change here dues to micro, small and medium. Balancer, dues to others. It is freezed. That mail we have to, that is the confirmation, first confirmation from the client. This information we have to send in the month of April and May, not in the month of September. Because even we don't have a time to check. Will they give or not, that is different. First you can send from your end. You can send the checklist from your end, April and May. You collect that information and same like go to debtors. This is more than 6 months, less than 6 months. Another difficult area for each ledger. In trial balance, what we are doing, just we can put the till date of 30th September, whatever the figure is there, we just put that amount to the dues from more than 6 months, less than 6 months, that's it. But when next year coming, what covered in dues more than 6 months, next year 6 months, not possible. And one more, there is a one client, his invoices are pending from April month onwards. April month onwards, middle wise there some transactions are there, some payments are there, but 1 or 2 invoices are pending from April month onwards. But when we check this one, even current year also it is high. When we check this one, it is generally moving into the current year. There are 2 invoices are there. Each invoice shall we check? No. But here again, when go by ledger wise, they are checking the invoices which are covered before 6 months, after 6 months. Ledger wise. For example, take here some, here it may not, because it is a SAP trial balance. It may not appear. In trial balance, you may get, here immediately what I do, some X is there, he is the debtor. I create, if there is 2 invoices, I create, duplicate X I will create. One is more than 6 months, another one is less than 6 months. Because debtor name is not more than 6 months or less than 6 months. We are not giving that one. How many invoices are pending more than 6 months, less than 6 months? That is the point we are giving. Which one we have to give? Only debtor name is required, or how many invoices are pending before 6 months, after 6 months? If it is, take it as an MSME, it is pending before 6 months for 2 invoices. In our point of view, we can check at the end of the year. We take it as a less than 6 months. After 1 2 years, he given notice to the client. As MSME, I am not record that amount. Then we realized. So that is the point we give more than 6 months. Invoice wise more than 6 months, less than 6 months. If it is initially we recognize a more than 6 months, we raise a question to the client. Now it is more than 6 months. Why it is not paid? Is there any issues? If there is any issues, if there is any legal issues. No legal issues. They have to recognize interest. Will they recognize interest or not? Customer has to recognize interest. He don't recognize interest. Same like vendor also we have to recognize. 45 days pending we have to check. 45 days or as per the conditions laid down in the invoice. In this scenario, my assurance is there is no question of missing any point of MSME. MSME point is not missing. TDS point is also not missing. Vendor's name. And debtor's point more than 6 months, less than 6 months is correctly appearing. There is no chance of missing. And coming to bank loans. Bank loans, everyone knows less than 12 months we have to appeal current maturities. More than 12 months is the long term. Okay. That is the point I here, just you can check this one. There is a one loan. See, these 2 are one loan only, not 2. These 2 are one loan only, not 2. It's a Eurobank loan, that is different. So what I am doing, I am not doing any adjustment in the P&L or balance sheet. I never ever post any physical figure amount in P&L balance sheet. Anything whatever adjusting trial balance only. I am not doing any manual adjustment in the P&L and balance sheet. I don't post any one figure. If you post this year in one figure, next year again you can stuck there. Where we are posting, that student is not available. Where we are posting, we don't know. So any adjustment I am updating trial balance only. I don't do anything there. So here, take this one. These are two ledger items. Only one ledger, but I change. For this one, first I send a mail to the client. I'll show you one documents what I have to send to the clients. In the month of June and July, I send these formats to my clients. I just only send the format to my clients. Just fill these formats. I send some formats, but some of the clients is given back, some of the clients don't given back. We'll take representation later, that is different. First, our security in the month of April, there is a fixed formats with me. I send these formats to the client. Please fill these documents to me. If they have less than 100 transactions, it is not a matter. They just copy paste from there. And this is the aging analysis also most required. This aging analysis tally, it is not required. We can check. If it is an SAP something else, it is little difficult. So cross checking, I take these formats. This is the first one I take. Is it MSME or not? If yes, what is MSME number? What is the date of MSME? In previously, there is an expiry date. That is the reason I put that one. Okay. After 45 days, it is there in pending. I am checking that one. This is the formats every time I check. After this, I can check these amounts, these total amounts with my trial balance. Okay. I just ask the clients to fill the documents of this one. One more point is somewhere else TDS, somewhere else TCS. So many clients not collecting this documentation. We have to collect na? Confirmation. What it says?
10 crores.
No, not 10 crores. 50 lakhs it is crossing. Last 2 years they are filing or not. For all listed companies, they are collecting documents. When coming to small companies, they are not collecting. Even we don't have time to check that one also. That is the reason I just send this format. You collecting or not is your headache. I am least bothered about this. You just fill it and send to me. Randomly, when we have a sufficient time, randomly we ask some information, check it. If you don't have sufficient time, we just follow it. Because when client is filled in the month of April, they have a sufficient time to fill it. April, May, if you give, they have a sufficient time. We give us timelines. And once timeline is done, next day we just send a reminder mail. This is because when the main management asks, why you are not well? You know the management very well. Management initially they may ask, they not responding. If any issue arising in future, they first point out auditors. You are not verifying this point. So we have to prove all documentation by mails. These documents we are sending. Even we give reminders also. We didn't receive. What we have to do? Even at the time of closing terms, these are all still pending from your end. We just inform him officially. That's it. That is for our security process in polite mail. Only to our security purpose, nothing else. Most important is security purpose. Okay. I just all these type of checklist I send to the clients. Fill these documents. Working. I prepare this format. What is the name, loan number, nature of. Because if there is any NBFC, TDS is missing. NBFC has to deduct TDS and paid and collect that TDS from the NBFC future. Because it is an EMI, so many clients, small clients not aware of this one. They don't deduct any TDS. 30th day we disallow that one. So I send this one. What is the number? How many EMIs are there? This information is required for the notes to accounts. Please let me know how many give this information in notes to accounts. How many EMIs are pending? How many EMIs are cleared? If you give, that is well and good, but it is mandatory as per our guidance note and institute ROC. We have to give how many loans are pending, how many EMIs are pending, what is the current maturities, what is the more than 12 months pendings. These are all we have to give in balance sheet. For that purpose, I collect all this information. When I ask the question TDS is applicability, immediately I will make one client realized, yes, TDS is applicability here. They ask you, sir, it's a bank loan, EMI is there, why TDS is applicable? You raise a question. Accountant immediately called us asking. So you told them if there is any NBFC loan, you have to deduct TDS. If there is any loan from outsiders, they know they have to deduct TDS. When coming to NBFC, they are not deducting TDS because EMI is deducted from the bank. They feel, how could you deduct TDS? Because I face this issue, number of clients, they are not deducting TDS. When I ask this one, how could it possible? I clearly do, when the documentation is there, now NBFC given that PAN number also to the client. Please, they are giving one confirmation letter also, deduct TDS and pay it and send to us per proof, we'll reimburse that one. If any NBFC, now so many apps are there, so many clients taken apps. Any person is not aware of this, inform them, collect the PAN number, or else you can deduct 20% of this one. PAN is not there, he is lost. 30% dissolvence is going on, or else. So that is the reason we are sending all these things. What is the rate? So some clients are not, we don't know about this one. We are working out. Just we are putting all these items, we are working out, our team. Because clients, what they are doing, they just provide to repayment schedule. You can do whatever you want. We don't know nothing. We know so many clients, even they are not matching trial balance also. Of course, tally is there matching, but not perfectly. Okay, this is our working. Like this, for every item, I put my way of working. It's a small client, irrespective of size of client, irrespective of my size of client. Okay, only other than non-operating, nothing is there. Even if they have a bank balance, I ask the balance confirmation letter from the bank. Without, I request you all, without banker's confirmation letter, don't take it into picture. The first answer we received from the client is bank balance is there, na? It is the same balance. Why it is different? I literally face a fraud of 70 lakhs in one client. Not now, long back to some 2012. I literally faced 70 lakhs fraud is done by the account manager. Bank balance is matching. Here is also matching. He give the bank statements. He just changed the statement names. Names are changing in PDF. 2012 we are not much this technology. So okay, our team is verifying everything. They told me, ma'am, this figure is done. Okay, TDS is not deducted. We inform accounts manager. Oh, sorry, ma'am, it is missing. We are deducting TDS. He deduct the name with the name of that name. This name is matching. Everything is done. Suddenly one day, management, when they approve the check, he found 20,000 check. Who is this person? Immediately, here is a question to the team. When they back check within 1.5 year, the fraud around 70 lakhs. We can't able to disclose the client's name and everything. At that time, I started all the precautions. Without banker's confirmation letter, I don't touch. If there is any TDS not deducted, I inform to the management. If management is okay, oh yeah, it is missing, then okay, I don't have any problem. I just disallowed that amount. I report in my tax audit report. The reason is due to this fraud. If management knows, no, I don't know what is this payment. Okay, then you can ask with your team. If there is any invoice is not there, we inform the management. Sir, this management reviewed or not, we just send a mail. In future, management asks, it is a fraud, why are you not checking? Sir, please check your mails. Please check your mails. I already sending all the information. The invoices are not available. How could we know? The accountant what said, sir, management told that you give that 1 lakh rupees to them, I gave it. Students were okay, once MD is told, why they can do this? So later what we do, even 1 lakh, we just put it. Invoice is not available, TDS is not deducted. Just send a mail to the clients. What are the list is there? Send a mail to the client. Sir, this is the scenario. When personally we meet them, inform them. Sir, this much of invoice are not available. Next year it is a problem. Please take care of this issue. In future, if you found there is a, because we are not, as Lakshmi told, we are not a platform. We are only watching box. If in future, if a client told you are not find out, we just show, sir, we send a mail. This is not 1 or 2 times. I face this issue with my clients, all my clients, number of times. In BRS, one of the client received the customer received the checks. Clients received checks from their members. Unexpectedly, the checks are not processed. Around more than 1 year. Our team, what happened every time when BRS is there, these amounts are pending, not processed. Please take action on this. BRS, they are clearly given every name. It's an internal audit. After 1 year, 1.5 year, new account it is him. He found those members are not paid the amount still now. They immediately raised the point to the auditors. Auditors are failed here. So I went there, I showed the balance sheet. Sir, I mentioned here, BRS is not matching. These figures are not matching. BRS is matching. These amounts are not realized still now. It is more than, say, 1 year. And also in my internal audit report, what happened, along with main report, I give summary also. Because we know management now not having the time to read 100 pages of time. That's why I give one summary and give some bold items where you have to focus. I give that item also. Okay, then just, okay, you don't have any point. It's our point. Immediately they can take action and call for that. That is the point. Okay. Any audit, first we have to check our security along with maintain the client. So we can't fight with the client. We don't want to lose the client. That is the reason we have to take precautions. Okay. Now statutory remittances. Put the whatever TDS payable, TCS payable, GST inputs. These are all under the group of statutory remittances. There is a one argument in PF. Some are told me it is not a statutory remittances. It is a employee benefits. But my argument is once you deducted that amount from the employee, once you credited your amount, automatically it is statutory remittances only. You have to pay to the government only. You can't revert back to the employee. That is statutory remittances. This is my point of view. But different point of view is somehow it is deducted from the employee. It is a salaries and reimbursement is there. But generally it is statutory remittances. The reason is next payment where you go. Based on that our grouping is coming. Okay. Take the statutory remittances here. See. If you find any ledger debit balance here, anyone find in a group statutory remittances when you generating some items are showing debit balances. Mainly TDS. Is it possible to come TDS is debit balance? Generally it is not, na? Unless if you make any excess payments like this. Is it possible to come? No. Huh?
Sometimes pre-deposits. Suppose if I tender anything, we go.
TDS. My question is TDS. TDS may very less. When it is coming statutory remittance, when it is coming debit balance, if you make any excess payment of TDS, very rare case. Means when it is coming debit balance means there is some invoice deduction is missing. Some vendor deduction is missing. Vendor deduction missing means vendor balance is missing. Due to this one, vendor balance is wrong. So once you rectify this one, tender deposits, these are all coming debit balances because those are all assets, current assets. Yes, security deposit. Security deposit is, my question is statutory remittances. Only one item coming into debit balance, that is inputs, recoverables. That is coming in debit balances. Okay, what am I doing here? These are all only credit balance only. Debit balances, I will do one net off when I pass the entry here. Sorry. Yeah. See this formula, sum if formula. I am not doing only one item, sum if formula. I will explain why I am posting this one. First, whatever if it is a credit balances, creditor side, liability side, whatever the liability side minus debit balance, then automatically the input is automatically sum if. We no need to check again where it is missing. Where is the input we are not taken? We no need to check it again. Once you freeze, your all working efforts are in freezing the trial balance. That's it. Once the trial balance, every line item is missing, there is no question of non-balance or non-matching of balance sheet. No doubt, 200% the balance sheet will match. From 2012 onwards till now, I never ever faced the balance sheet is not matching, some amount is missing. I never ever verify. Just first I freeze this trial balance every line item. Okay, even next year we no need to check if the grouping is wrong. There is no question. Everything is 100% is going perfectly. Of course, some mistakes are there. Okay. First, once this line item is done, here what we are doing, audit queries. For every line item, audit query is done. Now I am doing group wise line item. Group wise audit. Take this one. I'll take. Yeah. Take capital advances. Okay. I am checking capital advances. It is under the group of capital advances. Capital advances is always showing under which group? Is it debit or credit? Capital advance. It's always debit. If showing any credit balance, we can raise a question. If there is any, if you buying asset, that is not passing. So it is not a capital advance. Already asset is purchased. It is already, it goes to capital payments. Okay. I raise this point. So I raise who are the new vendors here. What is the purpose of giving advance to them? How much amount is there? So every line item we are recognized. Your query is writing here. This is the query on this ledger. If there is any matching, just take this one. If you're showing AD balance, my question is only why it is showing credit balance. I don't ask anything. Why it is showing credit balance? That is the question. That's it. So I just take this copy. I copy it and post another way. Send a mail. This is the queries. Please clarify. And here I write clarifications. Clarifications. For every line item, I send like this to the clients. Whatever my queries is there. If anything is good, nothing else. If there is anything, I write queries here and send a mail to them. Please clarify this. Why it is showing credit balance. And when the asset is, for example, take capital advance, it is showing three years back advance is there. Still it is pending. But even though, again you can ask the question. They ask them to send a reply. Every year the financial transaction, we must mandatorily ask them. Okay. Like this, if you freeze every item, see here, for every item I freeze here. Every line item, almost I freeze here. Take, these are all advance from customers. See, gratuity. Anyone have an idea about the gratuity? Shall you, any company applying gratuity? No. Shall we comment on notes to accounts that point? Shall we comment on that? It is mandatory disclosure in AS 15. If they are not creating gratuity, we just write an accounting policy, the company having a policy to give him gratuity at the time of retirement. We mandatorily write that point. That point is missing. So that is the reason, next point what we have to do for our students, we just, this is audit what is done, we send that mail to the client. Next you can ask the students accounting standard way, what accounting standard is applied for the points. Which accounting standards are applied. And also we should inform to the client, gratuity is mandatory. What happened? Nowadays so many foreign subsidiaries are in India. What is the idea of foreign subsidiaries? Some of the foreign subsidiaries idea is they grow the company, after 5-6 years they sold the company. Due diligence is happened. At the time of due diligence, someone is coming into picture, there is a question, where is your gratuity point? Literally one of client asked me, ma'am, my auditors are missing to create a gratuity. They ask them, in due diligence there is a point. Because you know when third party of auditors is entered, first they pin off the existing auditors. They are pitching us. This point is missing, this point. As due diligence parties, what is missing is there. So they literally asked, sir, company is not in your position. Management next question is, why should you not inform us? Gratuity is mandatory. We know, even you inform, client may not respond, no need to pay. But it's our response for that. But client at the end, what he asks, ma'am, are you informing to us or not? So every year in accounting policy, we should keep that point. Just to, as accounting standard, it is required. So the company having a policy like this. So in future, any due diligence is coming. If anyone is asking why the gratuity, now ROC scrutiny is started. NFR is very serious. ROC scrutiny is also under the process. Once ROC scrutiny is coming, they are focusing on standards. Because normal small companies majorly focus on income tax. Now please focus on ROC also. ROC scrutiny is also coming into picture. Okay, income tax auditors may not affect, but ROC auditors also affect. What is our response? It is very severe. The penalty is also very severe. Already listed companies we saw. So please take care of accounting standards very well. And coming to again disclosure leases. Almost so many companies having a rental agreements. Anyone disclose that point in notes to accounts? Which standard it is handled? Shall we give the notes to accounts or not? Huh? Disclosure. Shall we give it or not? We have to give. What is the rent payable next 3 years? What is the rent payable in next 5 years? We are not giving. It is mandatory. We have to give. Contingent liability we are considered at any cost. If bank guarantee is there, we are giving contingent liability. That is already we are habituated from traditional practice. Okay. So you just mention accounting standards, ask your team, go to the line item, mention which accounting standard is applicable here. Once they write the accounting standards, we are keep in mind while preparing notes to accounts. Of course, notes to accounts at any point, copy paste from the previous year. We can recheck, is there any missing accounting standard point? Any disclosure is missing. When rent is there, they are mentioning 12. Any other leases are there, they are mentioning. And there is a leasehold properties. Idea about the leasehold properties? Leasehold properties. For example, take all distributors business. Take automotive business, car distributors. They are taking only land. After that, they construct the building there. That is only leasehold property. That is not buildings. Those are all leasehold properties only. We have to cross-check that leasehold property documents. That also has to disclose in notes to accounts. We are claiming depreciation because it is a capital asset. But what about disclosure in notes to accounts? That is covered under AS12. So if you give here that AS and ask the team, please fill which standards is covered. They are checking every line item, so this standard is applicable here. At the end, there is a major standard, that is AS1. Disclosure of accounting standards, that is AS1. Okay. Inventory, AS2. Cash flow statement, applicability, you have to check, is it applicable or not? Please check all the companies will cash flow statement is applicable or not in future. Why last 3 years previously I worked in another firm, I made all the, I don't have a time to check another financial statements. I don't have even time, I slept at 3-4 hours. I don't have, Antesh have a good idea about me. After coming out from that firm, somehow I helped some of my friends. When I review the financial statements of others, I literally shocked. Hey, why? No, this is enough. No, income tax department don't ask him. Okay, income tax department. Okay, what about ROC Companies Act is there? Yeah, well, client is not bothered. Client is not bothered. What is your presentation? Your name is going on as an auditor. Where is your presentation? Where is your brand? When you make a proper presentation, your brand will appear there. Where is your brand? I saw some of the financial just take the format from the as per the Companies Act. They don't delete any item, don't add any item, just put that items. Tally, they are opening tally, put that items there. Even not generating trial balance. When I ask them where is the trial balance, no ma'am, why should we generate trial balance? There is P&L balance sheet generating tally. We just put the items here. Why should you generate trial balance? I don't know anyone is practicing like this. Anyone is? Please don't do. Please generate trial balance, review trial balance. Once you freeze the trial balance, even in old columns, because I did my work in manual books of accounts also. I started my career in 2000 at Nellore. That's why I'm doing even manual. Our first criteria is matching trial balance only. Later we focus on P&L balance sheet. Okay, matching trial balance is the first criteria. Even matching trial balance, not only tally, you can match in your Excel also. Tally we post entries in Excel, we can just fill amounts we just post here. For example, take this one. If you have to reduce any amount here, you just post minus some X amount here and add some X amount somewhere else. Don't do like that. Do the adjustments in trial balance. Add the adjustments, whatever. The trial balance should be 100% matching with the balance sheet. Don't do any adjustments in P&L balance sheet. Again, you are confusing, no doubt. No doubt. Next year, our students may not available. Okay. Once you freeze all the trial balance, you just go to the notes to accounts. Put this formula. This is also done by our team only. We don't need to worry. This is the first we are checking. Now I know this. The already also just a copy paste here. Okay. You just go to here, write it is equal to, this is the formula already. General I show. Sum if formula everyone knows, no? Is it required to show? No. So I just, for every formula I just write it sum if it is a liabilities, credit items minus debit items, round off. Now don't give round off. Last 2 years or not, don't give round off because the round off should be in decimals. Previously it is in rupees, I round off. Now don't give that one. Okay? Round off. You just make this one and copy, Control C. Just copy and paste every item at the end. Don't do anything. Just copy paste every of that formula to entire items. Like just leave depreciation, just leave it, and assets again you can Post. Here. Of course, this balance sheet is a little bit bigger one. Whatever your formats, you can just, yeah, this one. You just copy paste. Debit by items minus credit items, you just copy paste. After this copy paste, you just, that links goes to here only. See here this one. This is the formats. See last year balance sheet. Okay. Here I don't have debit button. This item is what you are told you are not giving any manual. You are giving. That is GST amount. Because we have to disclose the revenue gross. The company is following gross revenue policy. That is the reason I put that amount here and same amount I'll deduct later. These GST items I added here. Because if I added these items in trial balance, it will not match. The issue is coming. That is the reason I add only GST items here. Whatever I added here, that is only GST items. Nothing else. And the same items I deducted here. As the revenue, they have to disclose with the gross revenue, not net. First, they have to disclose gross, later net. Now, both options are correct. Am I right? Client is following both options. Either net they are giving, but this client is following gross and net. Or as banker raised the question. Client, they might not have fear about ROC, income tax, auditors, but they have a fear about bankers. If bankers raise a question, their loans will fall into picture. That is the reason they first, ma'am, bankers ask this question, what we have to do. Okay, one day, for one client, I remove this, I give net, immediately bankers call me. Ma'am, please don't do that one. Put that item there only. Okay, so for every item, once you done this balance sheet, except fixed assets, it is automatically match. If fixed assets I am not putting. The difference, whatever the balance sheet is coming, that is only a fixed asset. This work is done. First sum if this work is done, initial stage. Later again, we can ask number of client is number of trial balance. We just incorporate that one. Here, that figures we can incorporate here. Automatically the balance sheet is matched. Every line item is go in correct group. There is no question. Even after that, it is my extra work. I made main grouping also, under which group it is coming. That is for my reference. So I check after this one, I check, please do the comparison. What is the trade payables in last year? What is the trade payables in current year? Now ratio analysis is done. You are doing ratio analysis. In ratio analysis, don't make only formulas. Please do. Why this much is increasing? Trade payables is increasing. Please do that one also. Why increasing? Why decreasing? More than 6 months, why it is increasing compared to previous year? Is there any bad debt chances? That is also we can ask. Okay. After matching this balance sheet, go to fixed assets. This is my format. Fixed assets. Why every item we have to give previous year figures, right? It is mandatory. When coming to fixed assets, we don't give previous year figures for a line item. Why? Huh? Yeah, opening. My question is for every here you can check. Share capital is there. Previous figure is there. Huh? That is additions during that. My question is what about previous year figures? Accumulated figures. My question is comparatives, correct. Where is the comparatives of fixed assets? For every line item, what are the items? We give fixed assets. Line items of all items. P&L, balance sheet, revenue. When coming to fixed assets, I saw number of balance sheet, they are not giving comparative figures. Only accumulated figures at the end. Why? Right. But the balance is previous balances only. Na? The balance, whatever giving here, just I highlighted. See, these are all previous year balance sheet figures only. Why? Unless in days we have give 3 years. If you see in days, 3 years we are representing, 2 years or later. Here please give like this. There is a comparative. That is also actually if you go through any listed company's finance statements, they give like this. Normal figures. Some of the companies may, I don't know. I don't comment anyone, but it is required to give comparative figures of the fixed assets also. Just while preparing finance statements, please keep in your mind it is not only finance statements, it is representing auditor's ability. The finance statements may be reviewed by the bankers, some customers, because some of my clients they take so many due diligence. Due diligence not only at the time of purchase, even customers also before giving orders they are doing due diligence. When foreign subsidiaries there, foreign auditors reviewing our financial statements, our names went to there. It representing our brand. Nowadays, you know the importance of brand. As a chartered accountants, we can't advertise it ourselves. We can't go to the market ourselves like this. But we have to show our skills here. The clients may not give the internal audit report to the other persons. It is not possible. Internal audit report is a confidential. But the finance statements, they can go to any picture. Place. Okay. When you see the balance sheet, you just think, is it looking good or not? Now it may show zeros because I removed that figures. Okay. So take care of this issue. What is the presentation of your firm? Myself, I am very taking care of presentation. If there is any zeros of 2 years, I just remove that heading immediately. I take care of every line item, how the presentation is going. Okay. Later, cash flow statement. That is very common, cash flow statement. Try to do cash flow statement workings. Don't do cash flow statement is also only by links. This is rough working. I want to plain this one. Previously, I am not doing where I have to add, where I have to deduct. Unless if you're not doing this work, you can't get the grip on the cash flow statement. If anyone, in India, our scenario, the customers, the departments not focus on cash flow statements. If any foreign countries, they first focus on cash flow statements only. Their first priority is cash flow statements only, not this balance sheet. Okay, it is showing ourselves. So that is the reason, do the working. When you do the working, you have a very grip on the cash flow statement, where it flows, how it flows. Unless if you not do this one, you can't get it. See, I'll show this one. Just to say, see, short-term loans and advances I put here. This short-term loans and advances I directly taken from this group, total group. But am I removing anything is here? That's my point. Capital advances is not a short-term loans and advances, as it is a capital asset. It is not in the nature of operating activities. If I just minus of these figures, the capital advances goes to operating activities. But it is not a capital operating activity. It is an investing activity. That is the reason. Okay. Of that, loans to subsidiaries. It is not an operating activity. But less than 12 months, I keep here. But when coming to cash flow statement, activities are different. That is the reason I request, try to do the work. This is not much. First time it may be difficult. Second time onwards, it is very easy. Okay. So later, fixed assets. Now all my clients are following SAP. That is the reason I can't generate. Previously what happened, I made fixed asset schedule also here. And I keep this name for each and every fixed assets. In the year of 2013, when new Companies Act schedule 2 or 3? Depreciation. Schedule 2. When it introduced, we worked out for all the clients from the first day of. Of course, some of them they are doing directly rating, but we are doing first day of fixes because I want to rectify what are the mistakes of the team. Literally, I shocked. Even last years also, when I changed WD to SLM, literally shocked the depreciation workings. One are doing in net balance, one are doing in gross balance. In the same company, if different company, they may follow different methods. In the same company, one are depreciation is calculated in WD, NBV. Sorry, not WD, NBV. One are calculating in this one. One are missing additions. One are missing deletions. How could the physical fixes is matching? Of course, in our small companies, they don't do physical verification of fixes, not a problem. But at least fixes register what is our proof. Where we have to verify. Our Caro point is there. Na? First point is Caro. Fixes register only. Who can ask that point? If ROC come into picture, they will ask the point. No one can ask, but ROC, they have a right to ask the question. Where is the fixed register? That is the reason for all my clients, irrespective of will they maintain or not, is not my cup of tea. Of course, now everyone is maintaining. Because if they are not maintaining, I don't agree. For every line item, I ask the client, I give this format, they have to fill it. 2013, I work out from all my clients. Literally, I work out all this. What is the depreciation rate? Everything is coming. So you don't need to work out all these things. You just put what is the group name of the asset, date of purchase, year ending. Okay, financial year, useful life. Don't go all these things. Till how many years are done? I am calculating every year. What is the residual value? You mandatorily follow residual value 5%. Following, shall we follow or not? Residual value 5%. So that is the reason. And what is the accumulated depreciation? NB. This is something different. Don't follow all these things. You just take direct accumulated depreciation. You maintain this format in the same financial statements only and give sum if here. You just copy this one. Give sum if here. Additions line, depreciation. Sorry, here. Additions line, deletions line, depreciation line. You just give sum if. Every item is coming here. Automatically your fixed register matching with the fixed asset schedule. Then you can incorporate those figures here. Intangible, tangible. Sorry. Once it is done, this one. Sum if is done, it is coming. We can incorporate. Previously, we just accumulated figure of fixed assets. Now you can incorporate separately. When you do this work, you can identify additions. You can identify easily. Is it capital asset or revenue item wrongly go into capital asset? Take a cell phone. Our team purchased 15,000 cell phone. Is it capital asset or revenue asset? Depends on expenditure. Right? Take a call on that. It depends on expenditure. We can't say every time you have to follow like this. We can't say in mobile, it's their wish. They bought an iPhone, 3 years accounting policy. It's their personal accounting policy. But you can check repairs and maintenance. They are just building repairs and maintenance. Major issue is coming there only. Building and maintenance. So is it building and maintenance or capitalized? We know some of the item client take a call, but our review purpose we have to check it. Personal judgment, right? Sorry. So you just sum it from here to there also. So every year you can ask your student, you just give this one, whatever additions, take the additions from the tally and put here. Our students are very enthusiasm. Even though they put that, they are checking what is the items are there. Generally they don't have time, but here they are verifying and they have sufficient time, no doubt. Now the students are very, very smart because I learned so many things from the students. I learned so many things from my student. He's my student only. He's my first student. Okay, I learned from him. Even their madam also so many things they learn from them, right? So many things we learn. If any Excel formula I don't know, I just inform I can't able to get this Excel formula. Please try. They can research. They do what they are doing. They search their friends. Ultimately, give the result to me. With this. So once it is done, the next item is any doubt still now? I request you please try to do this one in the first year. 1 or 2 companies apply and let me know if you face any difficulties. Still now, who are receiving in my ex-office, one of my staff member who are not adapted, later they are also adopt this one. They feel it is very comfort. Once you adopt this type of working, they can't able to come back. Just put that link to the trial balance. They can't able. Even I can't able to do. If anyone is giving, just put the trial balance links. No way, I can't. I want to do sum if only. Or else I am not satisfied also, that is different. Okay. Now trial balance items. For the trial balance, computations. Deferred tax. Still now every person having confusion of deferred tax, how could we do? How could we do the deferred tax? Don't take a variance between depreciation. That is not correct method. Go to NBV, closing balance. Deferred tax should be calculated on closing balances, not on depreciations, year balances. Okay. Yeah, how could we calculate? Just open, there is a income tax, deferred tax calculator. I am just to open, this format is given by the income tax department only. I just put these figures wherever is possible. I just put these figures. When I go through that one, nowadays, along with income tax, some other pictures also. Yesterday, I checked some others also there in the same group. Without missing any item, you can put there because they are already giving pre-filled data. You just put the figures. Where is the deferred tax asset is coming? Deferred tax liability is coming. What is the going to P&L? So this format is that from income tax department only. I follows that format. Okay. See, we are missing so many times. We are missing deferred tax. Depreciation at any cost we can calculate deferred tax. What about other items? We are missing depreciation. Everyone knows depreciation difference is there. Deferred tax is coming into picture. What about other items? Payment basis is there. Timing difference. Bonus is there. When we close the financial statement, the bonus may not pay. It may be disallowed because so many persons paid the bonus on the October, Dasara bonus, Diwali bonus. It is disallowed. Okay, we disallowed it. But deferred tax has to be calculated. Like provision for leave encashment. Of course, so many companies not following provisions of leave encashment. Gratuity. Gratuity, once they adopt gratuity, automatically they adopt provision for leave encashment. And also, if gratuity and provision for leave encashment adopted, mandatorily you can collect valuation certificate. Actual valuation. Without valuation, you can't put that provision. That is the point. And TDS disallowance. TDS disallowance we are doing in the competition. No, we are doing perfectly. What about deferred tax on the TDS disallowances? Temporary, if next year they are paying that amount, we have to consider it, obviously. So without missing all those things, please go through that format, whatever available. If you check in Google deferred tax calculator, so many tools are available. You don't need to worry about after working is the deferred tax asset or liability. Don't confuse. We are deducting or adding. Don't confuse. You just go through the tool, work out on this. I just follow that one only. I don't do any other works. After that, for myself, I pass in this entry. It is coming. This is also from there only. What is the deferred tax? If due to change of method, here there is one change of method is there. Due to that one, what is this one? What is the difference? If there is any opening balance, I adjusted here. I freeze current year balance. When the deferred tax is majorly affected due to depreciation only. Due to depreciation, it is majorly affected. That's the reason for some of the clients after some of the years when the NBV is down, I ask the clients shift from WDU to SLM. When they shift from WDU to SLM, what happens? Net worth is increased. At that time, deferred tax also automatically changed. Last 3 years onwards, my old clients, I asked them to shift from the WDU to SLM. When they shift to WDU to SLM, the depreciation is down. In SL, but the work is extra work for us, and also we can charge extra fees also. That is different. Because they have a balance sheet net worth is showing, the bankers appreciate that one. Their asset is there. And also we have a chance to review their fixed assets. What are the existing fixed assets? And also we have a chance to get extra fees also. Sir, this much of work is there, this net worth is increasing. That is. IT depreciation, you know, you are compared to me, you are the good for that. This is the ratio analysis. The first one is for the client's purpose. After that, for every item, I provide like this. Take the working capital changes, whatever the current assets, current liabilities. You may just put the formula. I don't want that one. I want to show to the client what am I doing from you. Even for me, even in a student is opposite. Next students, when they take the work, they agree. Okay. So every ratio I calculated it, I show the clients, sir, this is the difference is coming. This is high, this is the down. If we provide this information to the client, is there any chances to appreciate another auditor's works? Once the financial written on whatever, these are all from our initially. This is we are showing to all the clients. This is not as per the Companies Act. First to see what are the sales, cost of consumption, what the percentage of consumption is going on, what is the GP, what is the GP percentage. When the client is asked, immediately we work out, sir, this is it. No, I prepare the pre-filled format. I show to the client, sir, this is the format. This is the growth of us. This is the down of us. If there is any increase, immediately first I check. So this is the reasons it is down. Downfall is there. Please take care of this issue in the subsequent years. Okay. Till now, this is my working actually. I prepared the class. Later, it is for the ROC purposes. So after this one, I make a link here. This is notes to accounts part. Again, I know to in Word document, I know to do this one. This is notes to accounts. If I prepare notes to account, I just copy paste from here to there. Another missing point, please check if CSR is applicable or not to your clients. If CSR is applicable, please take care of that issue. Every year, please recheck CSR is applicable or not. Yeah. Major missing points, related party transactions. Even this point is asked by income tax department also. They are checking our notes to accounts in related parties, 43B related parties. If there is any mismatching, they ask, ma'am, it is there, it is not there. One more related party I told. Some X is there, ex-wife Y is there, we don't know who is the Y, his wife only. Y is the shareholder of another company. She is the shareholder of another company. That company and X company having a transactions. But bad luck, if these companies are we are the auditors, we know. If there are some companies we don't have an idea about this one. Where these are our shareholders, how could we know unless we are not filing their personal returns? Even for personal returns also, we have a great client, they don't disclose to us. No doubt they don't disclose to us. Subsequently, when they sell the shares, we got, madam, there is a capital gains. Very shocked. When you invest, long back we are invested. But we are not showing any income tax returns. It's not generating any income. But even though it is not generating income, your net assets value I have to give in the income tax department. I miss there. Okay, that is one point. And subsequently related party, we don't know about another company. How could we know? Unless client or accountant, someone is down to tell us, how could we, for example, take client's son is there, he is having a shareholding in another company. These two companies having a transactions. He is not a director in this company. He is the son of this one. But these two companies having a transactions. Then is it covered under related party or not? How could we know? That is the reason initial stage I already told you, I am taking care of my precautions. As an auditor, what is my precautions? What client is different? First we have to secure ourselves. Okay, just name of the related party. Initial in the month of April, whatever signed, I sent this document to us. Sir, please fill wherever the related parties you have. They asked me, madam, what are the related parties? I just disclose them. These are all the related parties. If you're, what are the relations? Other companies. So automatically, my accountant is very. Once we touch them, they automatically open their mouth. Ma'am, he has number of doubts. Ma'am, sir, wife having a shareholding in another company, shall we disclose here or not? Then immediately we can. It's a related party. What are the transactions with this company? Ma'am, these are the transactions. Then disclose. And one more point, even though there is no relation, there are some companies, they don't have a transaction with those companies. Take a director, he is a director, he has a transaction in another, he has a direct in another company, but these two companies not having any relation. But in related party disclosure, we have to disclose that company name. Don't think these two companies not having any transactions. Think, is he director or not? Yes, he is a director. Or else he is a major shareholding or not. More than 15% he is the controlling power. Even though there is no transactions, you have to disclose related party notes. Okay. In the word document, what are the related parties? What is the relation you have to give? How would I give? Also, the company is there. Just I'll show it. Say, I can't able to show it. Give the relation. First point, related party disclosure. First point, what are the relations? Who are the directors? What are the related parties? What is the relation? First you give. Later you give transactions. What is the during the transactions? Third parties, what is the balances? Then everything is covered. Send a format to the clients. Please fill this format and send to us. Okay. Then without missing any related party items, it will come and we can check our related party transactions in tax audit report. Here we may give one reason the client is not giving any information. We can't able to give. But tax out report, we can't give that answer. They don't agree. What is the penalty of tax out report mismatching? 1 lakh.
Madam, for small companies,
Please.
for very small companies, like startup companies, they start a very big company. Directors generally they give the loans to the company.
Yes. Loan from directors.
Yeah, loan from the directors.
Yes.
We took that one in a balance sheet. Again, loan from the directors and a short term and long term. So that's also we should
You have to report. Yes.
the amount.
That amount, whatever the amount is a related party transaction. You have to give what is the loan taken during the year. Previous year there may be a loan. Again, current year, what is the loan during the year? What is the repayment during the year? You have to give separately. What is the loan taken? What is the loan repayment? And what is the closed balance? Opening balance at any cost comparative figures it is coming. Loan and one more point. When related party transaction you are giving, please give comparative figures. Don't give 1 year figures. There also comparative figures are mandatory. Okay. Once you do like this, the balance sheet, if even the last minute client is coming, if first year you are following this method, second year last minute client is coming, it may takes 1 hour, maximum 2 hours closing the balance sheet without any review. Because we know last minute, some of the clients is coming at 5 o'clock. We don't have time to review. Only we are focusing on GST reconciliation, TDS they are deducting or not. For preparing balance sheet, maximum of by taking fixed assets, income tax depreciation, everything, maximum 2 hours. Not even for me, it is half an hour. Because I already, so many years I am doing the same. For me, if it is in first year, maximum 2 hours you can close the balance sheet and file the financial statements. Of course, in my office, I don't entertain last minute clients, generally 2 days before, except some of the clients who respect a lot to the auditors. I have some of the clients, they respect a lot to the auditors. I know they're not this much. But when coming to amounts, our fees, they don't stop anything. And they don't do any frauds also. That is the reason, even though coming at the last date, I entertain only one client only. That's it. And he don't give me any chance to raise him. First he give a smile, ma'am, please, sorry. He's the only person. So all other clients I clear to before 2 days I stop to receive the. Don't think if we stop, we don't do that for go to another auditors. If your service is perfectly, but because of this reason they don't do. Okay.
For a small companies like this MSME part 3 BH, right? Regarding that, the company must take confirmation from all the vendors.
Mandatory.
For a small companies,
Even small company, non-operative company, it has to be taken. You told small companies, how many vendors are there? I have 500 vendors. I collected all the confirmation letters. Mandatory. But even I collected all the confirmation letters in notes to accounts, I mentioned subject to confirmations. 500 vendors I have, more than 500 customers also I have. For some guys, I inform the April month, I inform them, please collect that. In a 500, don't only about 300 I receive. Balance 200 always pending. That is the reason I mentioned subject to. That's it. For small companies, how many vendors? 20, 30, 50.
For this financial year, like 2024, this is no impact. Only if we come from.
This is applicable from past so many years.
Okay.
I request you now. ROC is wake up. Now we wake up now onwards. We don't get any issues in future. I am doing all this work from 2012 onwards. 2010 I am joined my 2009 I am qualified. 2010 I joined from. Those 2 years I face a lot with the clients. So I think I have to secure for myself because I'm in another firm. Boss what happened? If there is any mistake, he don't want to lose the client. He always blame us only. Ma'am, why are you not seeing this document? We are done after 2 years. We don't remember anything. In which group it is there, I don't know. That is the reason. From 2012 onwards, I followed the system. Any doubts? Which one? Just only try to adopt. If you have any doubt, just give me a call. I got able to catch up. I will help you. No doubt. Of course, I take your 2 hours time. Sorry.
I think everyone is enlightened with your technical skills, right? Yeah, I can understand
Sorry.
because we don't have time for the next speaker.
I took all his time.
We are skipping your, or else rescheduling GST session to next, like as per the calendar. Everyone knows Kedar Garu. He is one of the committee members of HCAS. As we couldn't find any speakers, I took the leverage and I kept his name and like I circulated. He called me and asked, Madam, you didn't tell me that I am the speaker and announced in the market. People are calling me and asking that I am the speaker of this event. I said like, when no one is there, our committee members should be there to give our service. That is the main motto of HCS. We are promising that we give 24/7 service. So I took the leverage to keep your name. Generally, we committee members, we never take sessions, even though we are experts in each and every subject. If you see the HCS committee, we are having 10 members HCS committee, but each and every person is expert and again the chairman of one committee. So we are having another 10 subcommittees. If you take my case, if you see my calendar, I keep on roaming because I am under Go Global. So I am exploring like where the opportunities lies worldwide. So I took that committee as subcommittee. Like that, if you ask who is the expert in GST, means we are having many names. If you take very young man who can devote the time, of course, Kedar. So he is one of the active members, young active members of ICAI. So he is having the zeal to share the knowledge also. Like let's plan later. It's nothing rule like committee members shouldn't take the session. So here we are having a chairman and vice chairman here. I request Ravishankar Garu to facilitate Shanti Garu for the wonderful session.
Global committee head, I'm having that like zeal to learn something and to again explore something else about your exposure towards international employment. Please.
Namaste all. I'm not been in service since from my qualification. I'm in employment only. You are all very good knowledge in practice. So in that I can't able to share anything. But in my view, technology is changing everything. You should adapt technology. It will save your time. Not only your time. In many matters we can able to utilize more widely. So focus on technology where it is applicable and required. If you use the right place in technology, you can enjoy your work and you can make happy your customers. Madam said, she took me 20 years back. Then I'm getting too much pressure. What is that section? What is that section? You are getting that much pressure. Finally, nobody is recognizing. Either in ITER or in employment, wherever we are taking that much pressure. Oh, remembering all these sections is not possible. Not possible. But nobody is recognizing. And technology is changing everything. Even you want initiation in technology, it will brief you in 10 people. And you are always enjoying your this thing. But technology also has some limits. That enjoyment will not give the technology. The technology is automation. Automation means no happiness. But our life made it is happy. So what Lakshmi said and all, it's better you involve with your customer. Then you can see what they want. We are always looking what auditor or income tax is required, what is company law is required. We are focusing mainly on that. The customer also not friendly. He'll afraid, okay, I will give this information, what happened we don't know. Then this hider might be will bring me or he will screw me somewhere. It's problem. So whenever you are involving with, engaging with that your clients or something, then they feel free, okay, I have a problem, my hider is there, he will solve it. Better I will contact my hider, like a doctor. So you make the change and you allow your work, then of course we are the rulers in the world. Because different people will say, okay, example, you go to the salesman, you will say, okay, I am reducing this much cost and what is my this. So whatever you are doing, there is no appreciation. Most of the cases. They feel it's burden. Okay, this order will come, we will charge like this. He's not thinking about what we are doing here. That's all, nothing is there. Coming to Africa, people might feel Africa is, it's a something country is backward, or you go there is something problem. Not like that. There are many opportunities in Africa. My brother is there in 2008. He called me, I come to Africa. Then I said, I'm not ready to lose my life. But once I there from 2014, I never feel I'm in out of it. Only when I feel it's like these sessions, I'm out of the subject. That is the only my change. Otherwise, Africa is a very nice place and there is a lot of opportunities. India competition is very high here. If you go to Africa and all, many countries, they are very rich in this. People also very nice. And you never expect the people, they are very loyal and they respect, especially women, they respect the people. If any chance is there, better explore like Lakshmi, you can get good opportunities. And coming to this Hyderabad CS, I feel very proud. And these sessions, whenever you are conducting like this, might be getting bored. But you know very well, within 1 hour, 2 hours, you will not get anything. They are just brushing our brain and they are taking you to the subject. But within 1 2 hours, you will not get anything. But you have these sessions like this, then you have networking, and you know what is the strength of madam or somebody else. Then whenever your client is required, then you are not expert in that. Instead of saying that I don't know, at least you should refer our colleagues. Then we can provide all the service to your clients. Thank you all.
Yeah, please.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
So, how you are feeling about this session?
Sorry, asking you.
I'm asking. How do you express your opinion?
Sir, can you sit and can you go outside?
No, you can sit there, whatever you want. See, expressing is our right.
Yeah.
See, these kind of sessions, sometimes we may get bored. Once you involve in that one, then you will get very much interested. I thought that at the starting of the session, okay, I may leave within 10-15 minutes. After that, involving that, I felt very much happy. Why? Because the way madam is taking the sessions. First, she showed us some narrations, what is the closing points. After that, she took into the trial balance, we look up on some where we need to take and what are the EMIs. After that, I slowly evolve into the subject. Even I know, but it's a measure. So whenever you're going for any sessions, even for 2 people or 3 people, try to involve in the sessions. Then only you will get the subject. That is very, very important. Most of the times when you go there, you will feel bored, but you will never do that one. Once you involve in the session, then you start getting the subject. So for most important. And second thing, see whatever we are learning, immediately you go back to your home or your office, you correlate what you are doing the work, then start implementing that one. Then that's no useful. Once you start implementing that one, then you get the doubts. Then who you need to contact. Either you may approach your seniors or whoever taking the session, take their phone number, with their permission, send message, and after that you call them. Then they will guide you. That is very, very important. Okay? Then if any subject you want, you ask immediately, not only with respect to this subject. Why? Because the speaker is going to have the very much knowledge. Then immediately have to ask. Most of the times you get the doubts. Then you feel the shy to ask. What do you mean by doubt? Is there any parameters to make the doubt? See, as long you know, it's very easy and very simple. If you don't know, it will be very difficult. There is no parameters to value the doubt. Why? Because a small boy, you will feel fear too when ant is coming forward. You don't know it will going to do any harm for him, but when he is there in mind, then you feel that it's very dangerous. Anything, whether there is no parameter, small or simple doubt. But the first fear is opposite persons will laugh when you ask the question. So you get rid of that mind. Always asking the question is getting the knowledge. So try to attend as many sessions as possible. Then and there only will ask your questions. Don't hesitate, don't feel shy. This is my sincere request. And try to regularly attend the sessions. Not only here, wherever it is attended. If for any specific topic, you refer that one. And you call your friends, they will arrange the speakers, you can attend the session. This is my sincere request. Thank you, madam. It's a very wonderful session. With your permission, if you give the time, then we will arrange for one more session in our institute also.
Good morning all. First of all, my sincere thanks to Lakshmi Madam for inviting us as a guest. My hearty congratulations to our HCAS committee, Janan, and today's speaker, President Madam, all the delegate, all the members who attended this program. Madam asked me how the session feels. Actually, though I studied so many courses, I am not an academician. I'm more focused on networking, solving the problems of the members, students, administrative matters and all. I am more focused on them. So coming to this, madam, conducting these sessions and all, we can get anywhere. We can in YouTube also, we can see so many sessions, so many knowledge sharing and all these days. Even in our ICA also, I used to tell almost something about conducting seminars and all is one part of the story, only one part of the duty. So, not compromising on that, we have to focus more on our problems, especially in ICI as a regulatory body. We have known that we are having multi-functional duties, like educating members and students is one part, conducting examinations and giving certificates and one more part as an ICI I'm telling. So we have so many limitations and regulations as per the law. So we cannot do so many things as the ICA regulatory body. But coming to these societies or associations like this, they can do a lot of job for the members and students. But suppose yesterday I got a call from one CA member that he is being harassed in some department. That officer is asking bribes, whatever. I asked, how can I help you? No, you should gather some 10 people, 10 members and go and ask them. As an ICA chairman, branch chairman, I cannot go because I am also a regulator, I cannot question the government. I asked him to approach ICAS only. Because as a society or association of some professionals, you have every right and you have duty also to go and at least try on behalf of the members. You have that liberty. That's what I request as a committee. You take forward all the problems they are facing with so many regulators or whatever. You can try to resolve them. Otherwise, we can give only one memorandum of whatever letter from ICA branch side, but you can do little more job when it comes to those things. So I request you take forward those issues so that, as you said, all are the we are all having different type of problems. One problem is bridging the knowledge gap and all that you can do or we can do. That is continuing process. Knowledge sharing. Where from we get this network and all. Apart from these sessions, we cannot get anywhere. We cannot conduct a tea party or dinner party. So this is one opportunity to share our knowledge and to share your skills. You can interact with others. It's a great opportunity. So please don't miss, as our vice chairman are told, don't miss any sessions. Wherever it is conducted, it is not a waste of time. You have a lot of time to study and work. But these type of sessions will give you a lot of exposure to new people, new skills, new ideas like that. So this is what I want to tell, and I wish all HCAS to grow like we heard about BCAS, or even in Chennai also we have one great association, Auditors Association. They are doing very fantastic job, but as you told, it is only crawling stage. We have a lot of scope to improve. We request all the members to cooperate and join the society and contribute themselves for the greater cause of members and students. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ravishankar Reddy garu and HCAS Reddy garu for your wonderful sessions. That is the main agenda behind this HCAS formation. Here we are here to support any problem, anything, and we are going to represent CA community and the business people. We are planning to meet our finance minister about like everyone is getting PT notices. Even though we don't have any business, even though we are filing nil returns, GST returns, everybody is getting reminding. So we thought to go and request our finance minister to look into it. Like that, like we are having some plans to do that as we have started, as you said, we will definitely support that person. And one more thing is networking. Here networking plays a lot of role, but as for the ethics and norms of ICAI, we can't do that. But HCAS is a small organization like BCS. We are having networking with, again, collaborations we are doing. We did with the BCS. We did with 7 Chartered Accountant Society all over the India wide. And now, you know, the t-shirts, IABA. This is an international organization. We collaborated exactly last Saturday with the IABA. So they are like technologically like very sound, and they again collaborated with the ISACA. So here we are having those collaborations which ICAI can't come and collaborate with any organizations. We are working towards collaborations. If you know any organization, if they are ready to collaborate, I am ready to do that. So here I am taking charge only for the year 2024. Whatever best I can do, I am ready. So here my target is at least I should have by the end of my term 1,000 members, because right now we are having 100 members in our HCAS. My target is to make it 1,000. I need all your support to do that. Here we are having 2 types of membership. One is annual membership. It is costing around 1,000 rupees, which if I go to any mall for the simple reason to watch a movie, just like that I am spending 1,000 rupees. It's nothing but that amount. And 10,000 rupees for life membership. Definitely, as we are like in the initial stage, we are keeping this membership at nominal price, but definitely it will increase, and one day will come that like getting into HCAS will become difficult. That day will come, that is the challenge. And one more thing for networking, what we are doing other than this knowledge investments, we are planning for outdoor visits also. Some are like industry tours, some are like amusement parks. So here we are planning in the month of April to go outing with families, CA members. Any of the CA members, they can come and join. We are planning, like already identified some resorts, Golconda resorts, Alankrita resorts, Hillock, like that. We are like negotiating the price. Whoever they give best, we go there. Our tentative date is April 27th, weekend. Everything, whatever we do on mostly weekend, 27th April. I request all of you to let me share the Google form after this event. So please join. Yeah. Thank you everyone for your time. And we request Ravishankar garu and HCAS Reddy garu and Nagaraj garu to take a small token of a memento from our HCAS. Yeah. Kedarnath garu, please join.
One more thing, actually, when I went to election campaign in 2012, 2021 when I contested for SIRC. One Mr. Mohan Masterminds. He suggested me actually. I don't know, that time it is not that active, I don't know much. But he told me these type of associations we should encourage rather than institute can do very small things. But these associations can do a better role. He was having some programs, you can talk to him. He told so many things, I forgot.
Okay,
That time my objective only to get the word only. So please contact him, he will give a lot of ideas to you how to make this happen.